You want to start oil painting and it's super exciting, but you're also like, what do I need to buy? And you don't know what to get. This is my oil painting starter kit, making it easy for you. I'm Lillian Gray, South African fine artist and owner of the Lillian Gray Fine Art School. So great news. Our art school has partnered with Art Savings Club, and if you click in the link below, they're just going to send you this entire kit in a box to your door with a stunning personal note. Great service. So get your Lillian Gray oil painting starter kit box from Art Savings Club. Link below. Let's get into this box. First up is your paint. Now, this is really the investment part of this kit. Do not buy rubbish. Do not buy those kits that you get 12 little tubes in. It is just a waste of time. It's made for children, but in fact, I won't even give it to my 6-year-old. So let's just buy the proper stuff from the start. The reason those other paints are so cheap is because they're using so much filler. So you're actually buying a lot of nonsense and very little pigment. So when it gets to an artist, your brand that you decide on is extremely personal. Me, and I've been painting with it for years, more than 10 years, is my Winsor & Newton. Oh, I just love it. There's nothing better. So we are starting with our beautiful Winsor & Newton colors. Now, obviously, you just need at least your primary colors to be able to mix a lot of other colors. And I'll have a whole list of all the color names that I've got down below. But then there are other colors that I've added into the kit that is lifesavers and just saves so much time. Now, I know some of you might be looking at the kit and saying, ooh, this is pricey, Lillian. But the fact is, guys, your oil paints really, really last. If you look after them, you're going to be painting with these babies for a while. So our usual suspects in this kit for our paints is going to be permanent rose, Prussian blue, ivory black, cadmium yellow, and a massive white. You need a lot of white, all right? Other colors that is epic to get is called flesh tint. It really helps mixing the base color of any skin tone out there. It really is a lifesaver. I've got a different red in, Elizabeth Crimson, really great when you want to do other kinds of stuff and not just like lorry red. Van Dyke Brown, oh man, it just makes your color palette so much more mature. To get that beautifully maybe desaturated, more mature colors in your paintings. Then everything can't be done with Prussian blue. You also need like a really perky blue. So this is your cerulean blue. Yellow ochre, I cannot live without this color. Burnt sienna, sap green, obviously a great green to have. And there's lots of different greens, but this is the one in the kit. And then my magnus opus, my favorite baby, is Payne's Grey. Now, let me take a moment and tell you a story about Payne's Grey. I was doing an advanced painting course with the Florence Art Academy, and I was sitting there and and I was so frustrated. My paintings just weren't working, and we were trying to paint a la prima and outside, and it was so overwhelming and nothing was working, and I just felt like I was completely lost. And as we got in the car to go get a cool drink with one of the students said next to me, oh, it's so easy once you realize that everything in nature has got a touch of grey in it. And I went, what? What do you mean? And after he explained to me how he was mixing these colors, I went, hallelujah, amen. That is what was wrong with my colors. My colors were looking like infant art. It just wasn't as mature as I liked it. And the beautiful thing that you need to add is Payne's Grey. So get this. That's it for our paint. In your kit, you guys are going to get brushes. It's really high quality. It's the Georgian brushes. I love the range. And what you need to look at when buying a brush, just a quickie, I'll just tell you quickly, is balance. You need your brush to be well balanced in your hand. Another thing to look at is feedback. That's how well it bounces back and gives you feedback when you touch your canvas or your painting surface. Another thing to look at is how well does the brush return to its original nib. Now, I know you can go to some really cheap stores that I won't mention and you can buy brushes, a whole pack for 40 Rand. But the problem is, after a week, they all look like deranged Guns N' Roses fans. Okay, now I'm a Guns N' Roses fan, but you don't want your brush to look like one. So guys, it's well worth investing in your brushes. Now, just to give you an idea, I've had these babies for 10 years now. So if you really look after them, I mean, this one's bristles are almost gone by now, but I mean, it has served me well. Next up is, what do you actually mix your paints with? So you can't use water and oils don't mix, so you need to use turpentine. Now, I use the old cheap and nasty because it's just very affordable. It's just normal turpentine, you can get it in any hardware shop. However, if you are sensitive to fumes, some people have issue with sinus, some people are going with chemo and they don't want toxins close to them, then they really opt for the distilled terps. This is much more expensive, but there's no fumes and it's much easier on your nose. Luckily for me, I'm very blessed and I work in a beautiful art studio that's very airy, so the fumes don't bother me that much. And then when you do a painting, it is the opposite of a diet. So with your oil paintings, you want to work from lean to fat, all right? You're fattening up your painting. So another thing you're also going to be needing is linseed oil. So that's also in your kit. Probably one of my favorite things is palette knives. This last year I've spent a lot of time developing my technique with palette knives. So there's a nice set of palette knives. Even if you're not into the palette knife style, you're going to need them to be able to mix your colors once you're mixing them on your palette. Which brings me to your palette. So the traditional wood palette is in the kit. It's really great. You just put a lot of linseed oil on it, let it saturate nicely before you start putting your oils on it, so that your oils don't go into your canvas and that sits there forever. You don't want that. So a nice wood palette. There is obviously a lot of advanced awesome palettes out there. There's amazing paint saver palettes, there's disposable palettes, there's a lot of things you can use. Just to start off with, not to confuse you, we've got in this baby. When you guys order from Art Savings Club, the Lillian Grey Oil Painting Star Kit. There's other things that you might also need, but I think you guys will have them at home. Get an old rag. You can never have enough rags. Somehow oil painting just gets all over, like my whole face is always full of paint and my arms, and I don't know, sometimes even my butt, I don't know how it gets there, but that's how it is. So rags, a nice apron, a really nice apron, full body one that covers everything. You're going to need a jar, if it can have a lid, just for your tubes to start with. Then a table easel is really, really handy. I haven't included an easel in the kit because an easel is quite personal. I'll put 2 links down below of 2 of my favorite ones. And you're going to need a canvas to start with. Now, when you guys are going to start oil painting, it's nice to just practice on boards. The reason is, this is your beginner stuff, right? And you're going to get much better at this thing. So they're easy to file and keep your old paintings. It is wonderful to open up that art bag after a year and see your progress. So the panels are nice to start with because they're nice and flat, easy to store. And that's what you guys are going to need to start with oil painting. Guys are excited and to start your oil painting career. Remember, it is the most magnificent medium. It is my all-time favorite. Oil painting is the medium of the masters. So you guys are venturing into the country of Rembrandt and Van Gogh and Dali, and I mean, it's exciting. It really is exciting stuff. So I hope you've ordered your box and it's in the post and on its way. Nothing like opening up new art supplies. That's Lillian Grey from Lillian Grey Fine Art School.